Hello my friends and welcome back to another video. I hope this video finds you well. Okay, so I just want to get some things on my chest because I just got back from the gym and I'm in flow state and I just have some thoughts coming up and I just wanted to share them. So bear with me. I'm going to try to talk fast so this video can be interesting, but I'm also going to try to not mess up at the same time. So first things first, I am so excited because I feel like everybody's on this wavelength of just like, we gotta have the summer body for 2026. Like all over my For You page is people just talking about how you need to get your ass in the gym, and people are making this like these funny memes about it. And it's just like, yes, I feel like we are all one right now. We all have the same level of consciousness. Like we need this body to be right and tight. Like me personally, I lost my baby fat like senior year of high school. That's when I really wanted to start locking in and losing weight. So all I was eating was eggs and bacon. I'm talking like every day, all day. And if I did go out to eat like In-N-Out and stuff like that, I would just get a burger with no fries. I was locked the fuck in because I knew that I needed to lose the weight. I wanted to lose the weight. Now, the hardest part of that whole thing is getting in the gym and lifting and actually working out, because all I was doing was literally eating eggs and bacon, vaping, smoking weed, and drinking. That's literally it. And I don't know how I was able to lose all that weight while also smoking weed, because, you know, like smoking weed, you want to eat and shit. But I feel like the weight was also just meant to go, because at the end of the day, it was like baby fat and I was growing, I was getting taller and stuff like that. So the hardest part for me since losing weight is not necessarily maintaining my weight, because I feel like if I wanted to lose weight, I can easily lose weight by just like watching what I eat. That's why they say it's 95% the food and 5% working out. Like I can lock in, work out, and stay like either steady or lose weight depending on how I'm eating. But I think the hardest part for me is actually lifting, because even when I do go to the gym to maintain my weight, I'm doing cardio. I'm not lifting. I don't like lifting, and I don't know why. I feel like it's a lazy thing. So I'm really trying to like lift and like do some like dumbbell stuff. At first I was using the I don't know what that machine is called, but I stopped using that and now I'm just using dumbbells for my workouts. So I'm really excited because I really want to lock in and give myself that body that I've been dreaming of. And the more that I lock in and go to the gym, the more I'm understanding a little bit how people can be so shallow when it comes to dating in the dating scene. Because at first I'm like, oh, people are so shallow. They only want, like, especially in the gay community, they only want someone with a certain physique, with a certain body type. And after working out in the gym, it totally makes sense, because I can imagine getting my body right and tight and then like still like, I don't want to say stooping down, but like also like wanting to be with someone who doesn't have their body right and tight, right? Because if I'm going to the gym, getting up and going to the gym, what are you doing? I'm not saying we have to go to the gym together, but at least like do something, bitch, like yoga, go on walks, like do something to exercise, because it's very important. And I can understand why people of a certain caliber want to be with someone at the same level. It's just like a doctor wanting to be with someone, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's it called? What is that thing called when they say birds of a feather flock together? I just kind of understand that the more that I've been going to the gym. I'm kind of like, okay, this shit is hard. This is hard work, dedication. So I can understand why people are just like shallow, in the sense that they want to be with someone who also has their body right and tight. I totally understand that. But it's been just so exciting being on social media, specifically TikTok, and everyone just talking about getting their summer body right, because like I think this is something that has been like coming up for the longest time, where everybody wants to get their body right and people want to work out and they're like, get in the gym. But at the same time, it's just like every year though, I do think the more we go on, the more you're starting to see people in the gym and working out and exercising and wanting to get their body right and tight. But for some reason this year, it feels like we are all in the same level of consciousness. Like, bitch, we don't gotta have like abs by fucking June, but we have to have some type of like right and tightness. And I don't know, I feel like it depends on what you want, what is good for you, because you could be like 500 pounds and then like you can lose 200 pounds and that's perfect. But like the outside world, yeah, you're gonna still seem like a little heavy. But to you, you know how hard you work to even get to 300 pounds. So your confidence is already gonna be high, even if people don't understand like it's because, bitch, you don't know where I'm coming from. So I think that also makes sense. And it just depends on where you are in your journey. So don't think because you're 500 pounds and you wanna log in and I mean, maybe you can if you got like magic powers and a great workout routine, share it with me, please. But for the most part, it's just whatever you are able to achieve, just do it, okay? Even if it's small, just try. So me, I'm really trying to lock in, because when it comes to me in the gym, I go to the gym for 6 months straight. I can gym for 6 months straight, but somehow, some way, I lose my way. And the thing about it is, at first I was going to the gym because it was good for my mental health. And mind you, it is very good for your mental health. I just got out the shower, that's why I'm so sweaty and oily, whatever. But yeah, it is good for your mental health. But at the same time, I think what was making it also really hard for me was the simple fact that I'm eating crazy. I'm not eating crazy, but I'm working out, and then I'm also not eating that great. So it's like I'm just maintaining my weight, which is not something, which is like the weight that I don't necessarily fuck with, but it's like I also am aware that I can't go heavier than this, right? So that part is just what I'm working on, just being consistent. And I also started drinking creatine, which is disgusting, okay? A couple of my coworkers told me that creatine doesn't taste like anything, it's not bad, it's just whatever. That shit might not have a taste, a flavor, but it has a texture. It's very grainy, and I don't like grainy shit. I don't like pulp, anything that, I don't like that. So it's been really hard, especially the first 2 days that I've been taking it. Yesterday, I really felt like my body felt weird, and I didn't really like that. My body was just like, not jittery, but it just felt like I've been taking something, but it wasn't, also it's not a bad thing, like creatine isn't bad for you. So it was just like, I think my body wasn't used to it, like bitch, we're like something is in our system, right? So, oh my God, sorry, I'm so sweaty. Like something's in our system. So yeah, that's just one of the things that I'm excited about. We're just all one right now, and we're just all having the goal of like getting our body right and tight, and I'm super excited. Second thing that I was thinking about today, I don't even know how to bring this up. I don't even know how to talk about this, but I remember there's a quote. I don't know if it's from Einstein or who, which like scientific genius said something like this. Is like, you're never wrong, you're just early. Now there's this topic that I've been seeing on TikTok where it's just like a lot of people have been saying how religion is necessary, because if people didn't have religion, they would run amok, right? Imagine how evil people were back in the day during slave times, all in the name of religion. Imagine if like somehow, some way they didn't have some type of structure, people would be acting crazy. Like if people just knew the world run on like subjectiveness of good and bad and like your mindset, this shit would be insane. But here's the thing, I've been clocked this. I've clocked this for a long time. I've even made TikTok videos about it, and it's just annoying sometimes when you have a certain mindset and you have a certain like idea of something, and then you post it and then you don't get any like recognition, I guess, and then you come online and then you see someone have the same exact thought, same exact way of you, and then you see them going viral, and you also see people agreeing with them. It's like, bitch, I thought about this 2 years ago. Where the fuck were you at? Why? You know what I mean? It's just like annoying, but I've just come to realize it's fine, whatever. I can still talk about it and add my own 2 cents. But I just feel like, yeah, religion, if we didn't have religion, people would be in fucking insane. So at the end of the day, even though like I may not want to be religious anymore, I can understand why religion is there, to keep people in line. Because if people didn't have religion, people didn't have structure, if people didn't have structure, there would be chaos, I think, right? But I definitely think religion is a necessary evil. So we'll leave that with that. But at the same time, it's also hard because being African, I think a lot of people in my generation, they're still very much religious. And I think that's very hard, especially because as someone who isn't necessarily wanting to be religious anymore, you can't really like connect on that level, because there's just like, if they say certain things, if you say certain things, it's like, ooh, like I don't like, you say something that doesn't align with Christianity, it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like Holy Ghost fire or some shit. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really hard to build friends in that African community, especially when like you see life differently. And I just can't do religion anymore. I'm sorry, it's just not me. Don't get me wrong, I still believe in God. I still believe God is real. I still think there's something bigger than me. I think I'd be naive not to believe that. You know what I mean? Like I went to the Yosemite, and when you go to the Yosemite, which is the national park, you see like all these like big ass like mountain stones and stuff like that, and it's just really big, and in the trees, and it's just like, holy shit, I'm so small. And I'm at the mercy of nature. I'm at the mercy of something bigger than me. Because imagine if some shit just starts shaking, I just die. Because how much power do I have? I can't lift that fucking rock. I can't lift that fucking bolt. Are you fucking kidding me? So I know that there's something bigger than me. However, I just feel like religion isn't just for me anymore. Especially coming out of the closet, I've seen things, I've experienced things. Like people who quote unquote are religious, they're the ones who don't really have that love that they're supposed to embody, and I know it's church hurt and religion, church hurt specifically, but that's the thing. Like if people who go to church and are religious, if they're not loving, it's like, what are they teaching you in the church, right? If you don't have unconditional love, if you don't, and I know like unconditional love is still a little bit like iffy on me, like 50-50, but at the end of the day, if you don't have a certain amount of love, if you don't have a certain amount of acceptance for people, then what are they teaching you in the church, right? And I don't know, it's a really tough topic, and I'm trying to get my thoughts together, because a lot of times when when I have the thoughts and I have the ideas and it's like a flowing type of energy, and I get in front of the camera and I want to explain myself and talk about it, I get like and I lose my train of thought and what I'm trying to say. That makes sense. But I know what I'm trying to say. It's just hard for me to like say it out loud, because when I feel it, it's more like an energy of what like my feelings and my insights on it. But I just feel like at the end of the day, for me, we didn't go to church for 2 years during COVID. We had to do church inside. Did any of you guys die? Do you guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, God is still there. God is still there. And I just feel like the whole idea of religion is just not my cup of tea. And I do think a lot of people in my generation are under spells. Here's another thing. Whatever works for you works for you, right? Like I said, people need religion. So if you feel like you found God through religion and you're able to still be accepting and loving and it works for you, then 100% that's fine. Do what works for you, because there are people who go to raves, go to like what was that thing that they had? Was it Woodstock, where they had like this peace and love because they were I can't even remember. Was it the Vietnam War? But they were coming together in what's it called, in solidarity for the war that was going on, stuff like that. Like, people found religion in that. People found nirvana. People found God within that, just being together and being on the same wavelength. So I think as far as what like religion and spirituality, whatever works for you works for you. There are good Christians, there are bad Christians. They are good atheists, they're bad atheists. It's just, it is what it is. But I think it's just hard for me personally to want to build relationships with people in the African American community. I mean, in the Nigerian, or just like people that are African, because it's like so religious, and it's like, damn babe, like I get it, but I've just seen too much. I just like, I've been through church hurt, but I haven't been through like God hurt, you know? So like the church hurt, and it's not even necessarily a church, it's just people in the church. Like, I can't say like, oh, I went to this church and these people are like this. And then there's messiness, like there's just a lot in that situation. And I also feel like for you to understand, you have to go through a certain level of like hardship, bitch. Like, you have to go to hell. You have to really, really be in some shit. And there's some people who go through hell and they're still able to find heaven through the Bible and stuff like that. But majority of the time, I feel like a lot of people, they go through hardships, they go through a hard time, like, oh my God, like you need some money or heartbreak, or maybe your parents are divorcing. Bitch, when I say I've been through hell, like, religion I can't imagine myself, if it's not an event, like let's say if it's not like a family thing that requires me to go to church, I'm not going. I've come too far. I've made it this far on my journey without church. And I'm not gonna say without God, because I know the conversation. I be talking to God every day. Bitch, I'm talking to myself all day, every day. So like, when it comes to me and talking to God, me and God are in communication constantly. Sometimes it's just hard for me to understand which voice is God and which one. You know, I'm still working on it and learning how to follow my intuition. But I'm not knocking religion, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's necessary. But at the same time, I also feel like there's this thing where it's like, if you're not religious or if you don't read the Bible, then like you aren't a good person, or like God, or you're scared to hang or associate with me because like I'm not. Just how you think I'm annoying, or like you feel like maybe me not being religion or Christian, whatever, is however you want to describe me not being Christian. It's the same way I'd be thinking like a lot of y'all are fucking annoying. Like, we get it. Like, you know, I don't know. But the moral of the story, the reason why I was talking about this was because a lot of people were talking about this whole like, what was I saying? A lot of people were talking about how like religion is necessary, and I 100% believe that religion is necessary. No matter how annoying, no matter how like whatever, everything in this life that like religion, whether it's Christianity, being Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, all of it is necessary. So whatever works for you. But me, as far as religion, I can't do it. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more, like, I'm gonna have more thoughts and more insights on this, but as of right now, this is just where my mindset is. It's like, I have been through too much. I have seen too much to be religious. God is just way bigger than religion. God is way bigger than the Bible, okay? When I came out of the closet, that was the one thing that I was locked in the Bible, bitch. I was locked in the fucking Bible, and I think that's one of the reasons why I went into psychosis, because I was reading that shit, and it gives you like a certain amount of ego, and I don't know, maybe it wasn't the reason why I got into psychosis, but I remember when I came out of the closet and I was locked in the Bible and I was reading it, and and trying to cure it, and like people close to me would see me read the Bible and they would be like happy because I'm trying to use the Bible to like turn, or they think if I'm reading the Bible, like the Bible's gonna change me. I'm not doing that. Like that's one reason I don't read the Bible. Like I really tried. God knows, like I really want to find God in that being, in that Christianity, in that Bible, but I'm sure it's there, but I think I don't want to use that, you know, especially because I did a 10-day silent meditation retreat, which I haven't talked about yet, which is something I'm going to talk about soon, but maybe I might not even talk about it at all because I'm going to go back, okay? Like I need to go back, and I knew that going once wasn't going to be enough, but I'm definitely going to go back to that 10-day silent meditation retreat, and I'm a little irritated about it. My feelings about it are a little bit, like I'm a little annoyed because I done it once, and doing it one time it was hard. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. No phone, no talking, no looking at people, silence, no reading, no writing. Like it's just you and your thoughts. Yeah, so the fact that I'm doing it again, or I want to do it again, is already pissing me off because I already know what to expect. And you would think that the second time will be easier because I've already done this, right? No, I feel like the second time is going to be harder. It's going to be more annoying. I'm going to be tested a lot more. But yeah, coming back from that has already made me solidify a lot when it comes to religion and like who I want to be as far as like my path and like spirituality and stuff. So that one also like is a reason why like I'm kind of more secure in my stance of not wanting to follow religion anymore. But then also I've done a lot of psychedelics. Bitch, I've done so many psychedelics. It's crazy. So that I've already seen stuff with that. So it's just like there's no fucking way. And I think me trying is just, my heart just doesn't resonate with it anymore. But as far as me and God, like, hell yeah, me and God are cool. Like, me and Jesus are cool. I believe in all of it. I believe in Jesus. I believe in, even if they didn't ever exist, even if I'm wrong, it takes nothing to believe. But as far as like me worshiping Jesus, like, I don't know about that. I don't know about me worshiping Jesus. And I also don't know if Jesus wanted to be worshipped. Because imagine if you were Jesus and you came to do what Jesus did. Would you want to be worshipped? You're like, nah, don't worship me. Like, that's nothing. Like, y'all are my people. I just want to set y'all free. I just want y'all to know your power. You don't have to bow down to me. Like, because at the end of the day, who is Jesus bowing down to? Jesus went to the source. So why would I can't imagine Jesus wanting you to bow down and worship me and pray for me. Live your life. You're free. Live your life. That's what I want you to do, is live your life and connect with God. Okay? Like, yeah, so even the same thing with like now I'm thinking about it, my 10-day silent meditation retreat, we had teachers there, right? But even the teachers, they kept the teaching to a minimum. You had questions, you had 5 minutes to ask questions and go on about your day. And even when you ask the teachers questions, they'll have you in circles because you're supposed to find that shit yourself. That connection, that silence, go within and lock in. It's not, oh, go to them and then they'll teach you and they'll show you. They can't. You have to figure that shit out on your own. So as far as that, like, I believe in Muhammad. Is it Muhammad? I don't know which one is the Muslim one, but Buddha, I believe in all of it because why not? Why fucking not, right? So that's just my random take. I haven't made a YouTube video in a minute ever since I went on my 10-day silent meditation retreat, and it's just been hard to like get back into that mindset because like that shit was hard. That shit drained me. It's so crazy because I came back and I was so drained. Like my body was so tired. Who knew sitting down for 10 hours a day just meditating can do so much effect to your body. You would think I would come back and be so energized and yeah, vacation? Absolutely not. That shit was not a fucking vacation. Like if you think you're going there to relax and have a vacation, you're wrong. You're fucked up. Like the first day, I remember it was day 1. I had a crazy intense migraine. It had already started just from day 1, and we're supposed to have like 3 group meditations. So one at like 8 a.m. You have another one at like 2:30 to 3:30, and you have another one from 6 to 7. So the first group meditation started at 8. Mind you, wake up at 4:30, bitch. Wake up at 4:30, and so it was around 8. And it was like 8:06 and I hear it knock. Mind you, I'm sleeping, so I'm missing this group meditation. They knocked on my door. Bitch, get the fuck out, because it's time for a group meditation. They didn't obviously say that, but the guy knocked on my door was like, oh, like there's a group meditation because you're not here to vacation. Like you're here to do something. You're here to work. You're here to meditate. You're here to, like, you know what I mean? You're here to work. So that's when I knew like, oh shit, this is not a joke. Like you cannot sleep your way. And it's like, why would you want to sleep your way through that? Although I wanted to sleep my way through that, it's like, I'm happy that they do it like that. They don't allow you to just come in there and it's free. So like everything is free. So you're not, yeah, you can't, you have to participate. You have to do what you're there to do. So that's that on that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is a 20-minute video. If you made it through the end, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment 3 thumbs up. Okay, let me know that you watched it and you enjoyed it. And if you have any like comments, questions, if you have opposite views and you don't agree with me, also let me know. Like, doesn't mean I'm gonna change my view, but maybe you might say something that might change my perspective. I'm open. And even sometimes when I think I'm open, I'm not open. I'm just like, God, let me be open. I want to be open to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Give me that. That's what I'd be praying for. I'd be praying for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because I feel like if you have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you can have anything in the world, anything you want with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that is, when I have something that I want to share with you guys, talk about, whatever. Peace.